Good morning and welcome back to Wood and Stuff. I'm Steve French. Now, if you wonder where the heck I've been, well, check out my video entitled, Where the Heck Have I Been? There's a link down below in the description. Several of us YouTube woodworkers have received these new Rage 3 sliding compound miter saws by Evolution Tools in exchange for an honest test and review video. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Evolution claims that this saw, in conjunction with this very interesting blade it comes with, is capable of cutting wood with nails, rebar, angle irons, conduit, steel rod, aluminum, brass, copper, so on, so forth, PVC. It comes with a hold down, which can be used on this side or on the other side. Alright, let's start with something easy. A piece of wood. Now this is a nice hard wood. But I don't think it's oak. It's a really hard wood. I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge. Of course, you won't always need to use the hold down, but there'll definitely be some situations where it's going to be very useful. And as with every power tool, eye protection, very important.
Round one. Fight!
Yeah, that was nothing. Of course, I didn't expect it to have any trouble cutting through that, but we're just getting started. Nails, there's 4 of them. Evolution tells us that this is not a problem with their saw and blade. The dust collection bag is only for wood, not for metal. So if you're going to be cutting metal, take the dust bag off and stick in this plug, okay?
Round 2. Fight!
Alright, look at that. The blade had no problem. Said, step aside, son, I'm coming through.
Round 3. Fight!
I expect this U-channel aluminum to be no problem at all. Yeah, piece of cake, as expected.
Fight!
Let's do it. Nice clean cut. Very beautiful, very nice. Oh! Now that cut like hot butter. That was smooth. Alright, next up we have some nice thick steel angle iron. And that cut just fine. Break off the burr, and yeah, okay. Now, 1/2-inch steel reinforcement bar, rebar. Pretty good.
Final round. Fight!
We're going to try some 1/8 inch thick, 3 inch wide plate steel. Now that is a nice cut right there. Right, if you don't own an abrasive wheel cutoff saw and you need to cut some steel, I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. And that's 1/8 inch thick steel, 3 inches wide with the even longer linear cut. So look at that. That's probably about, what, 3 1/4 inch or so. Now, let's see how the blade held up through all of that. See if there's any signs of tooth damage or anything. They still look good and still feel nice and sharp. No chipped corners or edges. So I'm gonna say not too bad. Not too bad at all. Yeah, I like it. So that's the Rage 3 sliding compound miter saw by Evolution. Now, whether the saw blade's teeth will hold up over extensive metal cutting or not, I don't know. Time will tell. If you were someone who's going to do a lot of metal work, you know, if you have a metal shop, you would probably want to go ahead and invest in a regular abrasive wheel cutoff saw. But if you're just a hobbyist like myself, you know, a DIYer who sometimes cuts steel a few times a week or something, this is definitely going to get the job done, and it's going to do a fine job at it. If you're mainly a woodworker like myself, this will get the job done. I mean, it cuts wood flawlessly. It'll cut up to 12-inch width. It's a compound miter saw, so it's good for cutting crown molding or miters or whatever. It's evident that most of the sawdust is going around and on the saw instead of being directed into the bag. You know, that's minor, because if you really want good dust collection on a tool like this, you're going to want to hook up your shop vac or your dust collection system as opposed to this passive bag. And when you are cutting metal, you will get some metal sawdust, you know, metal crumbs or whatever, that ricochet. I'm not sure if they're ricocheting off of the shields or what's going on, but you will get some, not a lot, but you will get some that slings back and hits you. You know, so you want to make sure you're wearing a decent shirt or a shop apron or something, because it'll hit you a little bit. It's not terrible, but you know, it's going to happen. It's the nature of cutting steel or any metal with a power tool. Beautiful saw, works perfectly, does exactly what Evolution says it'll do. So, thumbs up from me. Now, get out into your shop, make something cool, and until next time, thanks for watching. And dang, is it hot in here. I gotta get out of here because I'm sweating. I need a shower. And yeah, time to go out for a beer. Take care. See you next time.